Right now, the news is wild. The headlines are screaming, stock market's crashing, stock market's crashing, stock market's crashing. And the social media is full of panic. And you're probably hearing things like, all your investments will disappear. All your investments will disappear. So there's fear all over the place. Maybe you're also thinking, should I pull back? Should I pull out now? Or should I buy more? Or should I hold? Or should I just run under my bed and hide? And some of you have been sending messages to me. Oh, but should we put our money into the stock market right now? Is it a good time to buy? Should we put our money into something else? So, calm down. Today, I'm going to give you a heartfelt and, as usual, very, very simple layman's understanding. You know, I'm a layman myself. I just talk about things that work. I don't know all the big academic things, but I'm going to give you clear-eyed response to the 2025 market crash. You are going to understand exactly what is happening. And more than that, at the end of this video, I'm going to give you very, very practical steps. I'm also going to draw on the wisdom of people who have been my teachers over the years. So after tonight, you're going to have peace of mind. You're going to have very, very clear plan as to what to do in the current 2025 stock market crash. So I'm going to walk you through with compassion, with some wisdom, and then action, something very practical. Because this moment is not just about the markets, it's about mindset. Now, type that in the comment section, every one of you, on YouTube, on Facebook, TikTok, wherever you're watching the video, type it in the comment section. This moment is not just about markets, it's about mindset. I want you to underline that, and I want you to not just type it in the comment section, but write it down in the journal. This is an eternal truth. It's an eternal truth. It's never been, and it's never been from the beginning of time, it's never really been the market as much as it is your mindset. Having established that, so what is going on in the world? What's actually happening? Yes, the markets are down. You've been seeing it. You've been listening to the news. You've been watching the business news and the stock market news. You've been watching the things coming out, of the markets. So the US S&P 500 dropped for over 12% within 4 days, within 4 trading days, and then American investors lost over $5 trillion. So it's a lot, and there's a lot of shock all over the world, the Asian markets, the African markets, and all that. In fact, the Nigerian stock market itself is also feeling it, losing a little bit of investor confidence. And I looked at my portfolio. My portfolio just 2 months ago were all green, double-digit greens, my portfolio. And then I took a look at it in preparation as I was preparing for this session. I took a look at it as I was preparing for this session. Half of my portfolio are now in double-digit red, all within 1 month. So, and then the tech stocks globally are feeling they're particularly bleeding at this particular time. So what's going on? Some of us have lost a lot of money already. I bought Aradel in the Nigerian stock market for about between 565, 569 per share. And as of today, it was as low as 450 on offer. But here is the thing. Pay attention. This is not new. This is not new. Now, type it in the comment section, and I also want you to say it out. Listen, so follow me, because my sessions, my videos they are more than just videos. They are not informational. They've been designed as coaching videos. They've been designed in such a way that they will be interactive, because when you are interacting with me as your coach, it's much more powerful. You are much more likely to take action. It's also proven that when you are interacting, with your coach, with your wealth coach, that you are more likely to take action on what you're hearing than if you don't. So when I say Type something in the comment section. Do it. You may not see what it's doing for you, but it's actually doing something for you subconsciously. So do it so that you can engage, you can sip into it, and then it makes you 10 times more likely to take action on the things I'm saying than if you don't do it. So type, this is not new. And I'll prove it to you. Remember the dot-com bubble, for those of you old enough, the dot-com bubble in 2000. We survived. And in fact, some of you remember by 1999, there was frenzy all over the place because some people were talking about Y2K something. And I remember a particular man, I don't want to mention his name, but he played a key part too in the 2020 pandemic. And then there was spreading fear in 1999. Oh, when the world rose to 2000, computers will crash, everything will burn down, systems will not work again, everything will be reset. So all those fears mounted. And then there was also the dot-com bubble crashed in 2000. But here we are, 25 years later, we're still here. We're still here. The sky didn't fall. We didn't die. Then came the 2008 global financial crisis. Who remembers that? Who remembers that? If you remember 2008, if you were old enough, and it happened to be the year that I also quit Shell. So all my portfolio, my stocks, crashed. And at the same time, I lost all our savings in a scam investment I did. 2008 was very, very brutal, both globally and then for me personally. But it came and went. 2008 came and went. Now, 2020 is in recent memory. 2020, but those who held firm in 2020, they recovered very, very, recovered within a year, amazingly. In fact, some stocks, I still remember particular stocks like Presco in the Nigerian stock market, fell to as low as 117 Naira in 2020 during the pandemic. 5 years after, Presco is almost 800 and still going. 5 years after. Meaning, if you put in 100 million in the Nigerian stock market, in the middle of the pandemic, in the middle of the panic, when everybody was afraid and people were selling off, doing panic selling, if you rather put in money at that time, and I'm going to come back to this later because one of the people I'm going to draw their wisdom from is Warren Buffett, and you will see how he makes the most money in moments like this, and so that you and I can do that. So if you put in 100 million in Presco alone in 2020, this year, you would have 800 million. You would have multiplied your wealth 800%. Why? Because the market, since the beginning of the time, has always moved in cycles. Up, down, recover, repeat. All right, for those of you watching on video, all right, I want you to see what I'm going to do now. Imitate me. Imitate what I'm going to do right now. And I want you to see whether you will notice something, okay? Repeat it after me. Do it, okay? As I'm talking about the cycles that the market goes, just see my hand movement and then do it where you're watching me from. If you're holding your phone, you can use one hand to do it. So this is the market cycle. Up, down, recover, repeat. Did you notice something? Let me do it again. And then you can type if you notice something before I tell you what happened. So look at my hands again. Up, down, recover, repeat. Let me do it again. Up, down, recover, repeat. What did you notice? What did you notice in my hand movement? These are the cycles. So if you noticed, when it went up the first time, it went to this level. And then it went really down almost to my chest level. Okay, so it went up to my eye level. Then it went down to my chest level. That's really, really down. And then it goes up again. But this time as it's going up, it didn't stop at my eye level. It went far above my head. and then it repeats. So the wise person who knows that historically, from the history of markets, from the history, even before the stock market started, I didn't know whether it was the 1600s, the first stock market in the 1600s. Before that time, commercial activities have always been up, down, recover, repeat. So what's going on now in 2025? You just need to ask yourself, what phase are we in? It never stops at one phase. It never stops at up. It never stops at down. And it never stops at recover. It will still repeat. It will still repeat. So the question is not, why is this happening? That's the wrong question. It's not, why is this happening? Because some people, there are all kinds of theories, and everybody has a theory about the market. But the truth is, nobody really understands the market. And all these stock market commentators, nobody knows what they're talking about. Nobody. When you really meet people, all these experts, one-on-one, they will tell you, nobody has an idea. The market has a mind of its own. So the question is not, why is this happening? The real question is, what should you do with your money, your emotions, and your plan right now? Type that in the comment section, everybody. What should you do? Okay, so personalize it. The real question is, what should I do with my money, my emotions, and my plans? Take a few seconds. Take 5 seconds and type that. What should I do? The real question is, what should I do with my money, my emotions, and my plans right now? That is the best question in 2025 stock market crash. Now, and to help to begin to answer that, I want to draw from the wisdom about 4 or 5 people whom I follow. I've been learning a lot over the years. From so many people, dozens, if not scores and hundreds of people, podcasts and people I follow who, have demonstrated consistency in wealth building. And as I mentioned their names, some of you will recover them. And I will tell you, I've just mentioned one particular thing about each of them, how this wisdom from the experts can also help you to frame what we are going through in 2025. So the first person is Warren Buffett. Listen to what Warren Buffett said. Many of you actually know that because I've been seeing it flying around in some posts on the internet. Warren Buffett said, be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. So this is a guy in his 90s who has, his blood, if you check his blood, everything is investment. his blood is made up of investment. He really lives it. So he says, be fearful when others are greedy, and then greedy when others are fearful. And what is his strategy? Listen very closely. What is Warren Buffett's strategy? Buy quality companies at discount. Type it in the comment section. Buy quality companies at discount. Buy quality companies at discount. That is his strategy. So he doesn't panic sell. He looks for long-term value. And so some of us are making cash ready for when the market bottoms out, and then we'll look for those very high quality companies at discounts. Just like if you had bought Presco in the Nigerian Stock Exchange in 2020 today, you would have increased your wealth by 800%. And there's nothing inflation is doing that can affect, that kind of earning. Okay. Now, so the second person I want to draw wisdom from is Dave Ramsey. And this is what Dave Ramsey says. Before you worry about investing, fix your foundation. You see, because if you're investing and you're still in debt and you're still very poor in budgeting and you're still very poor even in managing the money that is coming into your hand, your investing will not make sense. Because just one little trouble, one little emergency, you sell off your investment to solve the emergency. And many times when you have to sell off investments for emergency, many times you're selling at a loss. It's like people in Africa who sell land to solve a problem. They sell land to bury their father. Very terrible thing I see happen in some cultures. You sell land just to do funeral. Okay? So the Ramsey zone is, before you worry about investing in 2025, before you worry about stock market crash, fix your financial foundation first. Get out of bad debt. Build emergency fund. An emergency fund is, if you think about what sustains your family, how much you spend, what sustains you in the month. You think about having that amount of money. For instance, if it is 300,000 Naira, or if it is $5,000, or if it is $2,000 you spend a month, your emergency fund should be at least 6 months. It means it's going to be 2 times 6, $2,000 times 6 months. That's $12,000 you put in an emergency fund where you can easily draw it. During our last financial fitness challenge, someone talked about where he puts his on the emergency fund in some money market instruments, money market funds that it can actually allow you to call your funds in 24 hours, and you can withdraw it in 24 hours. Because if you put it in stocks, like in the Nigerian stock market, if you sell today, you can't access your money immediately. And at the same time, the emergency fund isn't something I will advise you to put in a savings account or put in the bank account. You probably want to put it in some very liquid investment where you can actually call it out at any particular time. So that's what you should worry about. So then Dave says, don't invest on things that you don't understand. I talk about that a lot, even myself. Don't invest at this time in things that you don't understand. You didn't understand the stock market before 2025, and now it's the time it is crashing that you want to get into the market. So protect your financial house first. Another man I respect very much, even though a lot of people find him controversial and people don't like him, but I like Robert Kiyosaki a lot because it was his book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, that launched me into financial fitness, into financial freedom. So he may have his own issues, and whatever, but I like Robert Kiyosaki a lot. So look, this is what Robert Kiyosaki said. He said, the rich don't fear crashes. They prepare for them. In fact, type that, say it with me, and then also type it. The rich don't fear crashes. Type it in the comment section. All of you on YouTube, watching on YouTube, pause, type it, interact, engage with me. The rich don't fear crashes. They prepare for them. And as a matter of fact, the way, he is very, very right, because the way that I responded to 2008 was far worse than the way I'm responding today to that. I'm not bothered. Because if you remember, like I told you earlier, remember, the market has cycles: up, down, recover, repeat. Then you don't worry. So the rich don't fear crashes. They prepare for them. So crashes are buying seasons for those who know how to build and buy real assets, which was the same thing that Warren Buffett was saying: buy good companies at discount. So crashes are actually excellent buying season. So what I'm doing personally right now is even to look for cash, because very soon people will start selling assets at discount. All right. So we're not just talking about even stocks. We're talking about real estate. We're talking about gold. We're talking about businesses. We're talking about education. I remember a plot of land I got, and I don't want to give too much details because, in our part of the world, we don't. We're not like Americans, who come and show you stripe something. It's a different culture. But I bought that piece of land a couple of years at, okay, let me give you figures. 300,000 a plot, and there were 3. That's 900,000 Naira. At the time, it was a lot of money at the time. Now, I want to sell it. And I just sent the agent over there 2 days ago and came back to my surprise. Says that they are selling a plot at that place now for 9 million and 10 million. 9 million and 10 million. So within this time, there are people who are going to sell things at discount. So crashes are buying seasons for those who know how to build and buy real assets. Type it in the comment section. Type it, interact with that. And I need you to say that, to yourself, so that it makes sense to you. Crashes are buying seasons for those who know how to buy and build real assets. So 2025 is buying season. Type up in the comment section. 2025 is buying season. 2025 is buying season. Okay, there is Kevin O'Leary. I don't know how many of you know Kevin O'Leary. You follow him. What do they call him? The Wonder Man or something like that. What's his Mr. Wonderful? I like Kevin. His ideas are very practical. I like Ray Diallo as well. His ideas are very practical. So Kevin says, diversify, don't bet the farm. That's his exact quote. Don't bet the farm. And I had to look up what that expression meant, don't bet the farm. So it's a very old expression from their culture. So you imagine a farmer, you have one farm that's got everything. That's all you have. It's got the cows, it's got the crops and things like that. And then you bet that one farm, maybe for something, you bet it for something. So it's one farm you have. So when you bet it, if you lose it in a bet, that's it. That's it. So diversify. And then Kevin says again, if any investment makes you lose sleep, you are too exposed. If any investment makes you lose sleep, you are too exposed. Spread your risk. All right. So let's look at some, historical perspective of market crashes so that you can understand the 2025 stock market crash. So every market crash in history looks like it is the end in the moment. Whenever it's happening, it looks like the end. We hear stories, we were not born at the time, but we hear stories about 1929 and the Great Depression and things like the Great Crash, At the time, people are going through crashes. It always looks like it's the end. But in hindsight, they were always a setup for the next level. Type it in the comment, interact with me. Setup for the next level. Every market crash is always a setup for the next level. So in 2008, those who stayed invested saw the market double, triple, 800 times, 1,000 times within the next 5 years. Okay? So the truth is, panic is expensive. Panic is expensive, but patience is profitable. That's another aha moment. Am I the only one getting excited? You see, building wealth is a process. Building wealth is not an overnight thing. Building wealth is something that, you have to grow your emotions. You have to grow your emotions and grow patience. So type it. Panic is expensive, but patience is profitable. I feel like it's something you should tweet and then say, quote, Ogbo, Awoke Ogbo. I feel like it's something you can type, you can write out and paste by your bedside so that you see all the time. Panic is expensive, but patience is profitable. All right, so finally, what's my take? What's my take in the 2025 stock market crash? How do I respond? So let me bring this home, to everyone in plain language, especially for those of us, watching from Africa, or those of us, the Africans in diaspora, because the questions I've been getting, people asking me, what do they do in the light of what's going on? It's been coming mostly from Nigerians and Africans in the diaspora, and also people in the country. So number one, so here's my take. Number one, I'm going to give you 3 or 4 takes. My take number one is, if you're struggling with bills, with debt, or with cash flow, please do not stress about stocks. Focus on stability. Stability, not stocks. Because it's important, to build your financial foundation. And this is why we are holding the Financial Fitness Challenge. I'm running the Financial Fitness Challenge. Just like physical fitness, before a doctor prescribes for you, they have to first of all do diagnosis. And before they do diagnosis, they have to first of all do tests. Before the doctor makes a diagnosis, he has to first of all do tests. The Financial Fitness Challenge is exactly the same thing. It's a financial medical process where you come, I give you tests that allow you to understand, that's the diagnosis, your financial situation, where you are right now. And then also to craft a plan to move you forward, because you can't leave the state where you are right now by magic, by sitting in your house crying and waiting for destiny helper. Destiny helper, come and be my destiny helper, destiny. You can wait all your life for destiny helper and then nothing happens. So if you haven't joined the Financial Fitness Challenge, it is 125 Nigerian Naira, 1,000 Nigerian Naira. But the early bird right now, which is on now, is 105. That's 20,000 off. And then in dollars, $125, $105 early bird. Join now. Just do me a DM, and then we send you how to enroll. And then the group has already started. All right. So if you're struggling with bills, debt, or cash flow, forget about stocks. First of all, get financial stability. First of all, so let your first investment be in knowledge. Two things: knowledge and earning ability. Those two things always precede wealth creation. You've got to do something about your earning ability. It's more important to work on your earning ability than to work on your earning. You should be more bothered about your earning ability than you are bothered about your earning. You know why? So you can focus on hustling and then you're earning lots of money, but you're not building ability to earn. But if you work on your earning ability, then you'll be able to earn anywhere, because financial freedom is, if they throw me in any part of the world and I find myself in any country, God forbid, maybe there is war or something, and I find myself as a refugee in Mali or in Ghana or in America or in the Caribbean, I should be able to stand on my feet again within 1 to 2 years. Why? Because I have built my earning ability. I've built my earning ability. So if I find myself in Guyana today, if I find myself in Haiti today, if I find myself in Los Angeles today, if I find myself in Germany or wherever today, I can rebuild. Why? Because I have earning ability. I can create value. I can educate people, and I can make money educating people. So focus on your knowledge, work on your knowledge, and also your earning ability. Ogbo stake number 2. If you already have money in stocks, don't sell in panic. Don't sell in panic. Just check your portfolio to ask yourself, are these quality assets? If yes, let them be. Okay? This is not the time every day you check your app. Like I did it today. I haven't checked it for, I think, about a week. So I checked 2 months ago. Like I said, it was all green. And then in the past couple of weeks, it's been red, double-digit red. I'm losing like hundreds of thousands in individual stocks. I'm losing hundreds of thousands. So you can imagine if I'm checking that every time I'm checking the app and I'm looking at the red. No, it's not going to help my emotions. So it's not the time to be checking your app and checking bamboo, checking all this cowrie something every day. All right, go for a walk or let them be. But if they are not high quality assets that you have, the stocks you have, because I also have to rebalance my portfolio. I got rid of some and then consolidated on high quality assets. Then rebalance your portfolio. Ogbo stake number 3. If you have cash and you're wondering what to do with it, please don't rush. Don't rush your cash. The only problem though is that in the case of Nigeria, there's a lot of devaluation and inflation going on at the same time. And then because of the economic challenges, people are in fact projecting that the Nigerian Naira will still lose so much value. But in any case, don't rush. If you have cash, study the, maybe low risk investment vehicles, ETFs, money market funds, dollar cost averaging, and then seek guidance, not guesses, and not definitely social media. Again, that's what you get in the Financial Fitness Challenge. That's why you need to come into that community. Because besides me, there are people, from all over. We have people, who live in the diaspora that are in the Financial Fitness Challenge. We've had people from Sweden. We've had people from the UK, US, Canada, from all over, South Africa. We've had people from the Gambia, Ghana, everywhere. So it's a fantastic community to come and build so that you can get guidance, and then you're not going to guess and guess your money away. And then finally, if you live abroad, okay, you're African living abroad in Canada, UK, US, sending money home, please diversify. So mix your Naira-based investment with the dollar and then Canadian dollar-based opportunities. And I'm particularly looking at agriculture, even me personally, because the thing is, I see what happened in the biblical story with Joseph and Pharaoh. Remember the 7 lean years? the 7 abundant years followed by the 7 lean years. It's exactly the same thing, the market cycle I was talking about before. It goes up, it comes down, it recovers, and then it makes another cycle. It goes through the cycle again. And then Joseph said to Pharaoh, here's what we're going to do. In the time of plenty, let's put some aside because the bad times are coming. And then everything at the end of it boiled down to food. Because at some point, if you have all the money in the world and then you can't buy food, whatever is happening to poor people will happen to you. So agriculture is very, very promising because people will always live. And I have been looking very, very strongly at palm oil because palm oil is just so versatile. Industrial application, pharmaceutical applications, and at the same time, food. All right. So look at all those places, but do your proper due diligence. Most importantly, listen to this. Invest in your mind because you are your best asset in any economy. You see, if you invest in the mind, you can make money in the up and down economy. It doesn't matter. And that's how a lot of people, wealthy and very wise people, make a lot of money. They make money in down economy, they make money in up economy. But many of you only know how to make money in the up economy. Because everything is good, everything is equalized, and everybody's doing okay. But if you don't know how to make money in the down economy, then what are you going to do during the down economy? Okay, so don't panic, number 1. Number 2, protect your cash flow. Number 3, build your financial education. Number 4, diversify smartly, not emotionally. Don't be emotional. Then talk to trusted advisors, coaches before you do anything drastic. Okay, so listen, I know that it's scary, especially every time you open your social media account, you're reading more news. Trump, Hamas, 7-something% tariff on China. China wakes up, then replies with 40-something. Trump raises it again to 100 and something with immediate effect. China retaliates. You read all those things, plus all kinds of gurus, coming with the analysis and all that until your head is full. So, don't let fear rule you at this time, because the truth is, if you let fear saturate your mind and your heart, you are going to lose. You are going to lose. But if you move with wisdom, if you move with caution, and you stay around people who actually help you to make sense out of what's going on and to craft a good strategy, a good plan to follow, then you are going to win. So I want you to see this crash, the 2025 stock market crash, as a classroom, not a curse. So look at it as a classroom. That's how the wealthy people process what's going on. It's a classroom. And it is in that learning and in that networking, masterminding with people who know what they're talking about. That's how people grow. And then the decisions you're going to take now will shape your next 5 years. Very, very important. So this is why I'm inviting you to join the Financial Fitness Challenge. During the Financial Fitness Challenge, I help you to look at your financial situation, your financial root cause analysis, because many people are not doing well financially and they don't know how. It's actually more painful. It's bad enough that you're not doing well financially, but it's even bad. You're in your 40s, you are not doing financially well, and you do not know why. And the future is looking very uncertain. You do not have any particular strategy. You are 43. You don't have a portfolio. You are still hustling. Paying rent is such a big problem every time. Paying your children's school fees is such a big problem every time. And then you're borrowing money, left, right, and center. How can you continue like that? So you've got to, the Financial Fitness Challenge allows you to take a pause, to come close, and actually understand where are you right now? What is your truth, your reality, the reality about your financial situation? Number 2, then you say, we help you through worksheets and coaching, define what does financial success mean to you. Because you have to define what financial success means. Because if you don't know where you are going, if you don't know the destination, how will you know when you get there? And then most importantly, the 3rd step during the Financial Fitness Challenge is to plot how do you get from here to that your financial success. For some of you, it might be that you're looking to retire, or you have some building projects, or you want to train your children abroad, all kinds of things you want to do. or you want to be a person of impact, a philanthropic person. All those things have to be planned. They don't just happen by just sitting down there and thinking about it. So to join the Financial Fitness Challenge, please send a WhatsApp message. Just say, send me enrollment information, and then we'll send you how to pay and then how to join and enroll. But the number, if you want to take it down, the WhatsApp number is +234 8088 000 111. Very, very easy. +234 8088 000 111. And then I'll send you the enrollment details. And whatever happens, keep showing up, because you never know what's coming your way next. Now, see you same time tomorrow.